Yo, what's going on, you guys? Welcome back to another video on the channel. Today, I'm bringing you guys probably some gameplay of my favorite deck ever. It's definitely one of my favorite decks ever. This is a branded Despia deck going up against Tier. I am very low rated in this, by the way. This is my alt account, so we're just gonna hop right into it. But before we get into it, if you guys could drop a like on this video, 10 likes, and I'll show you guys the deck list that I have been running with this branded Despia deck right here. I really like it. It's really fun. The shuffle backs really hurt this deck, but you guys will see. I'm gonna get into it real quick right here. I hit him with the good luck, have fun. This guy was super cool the whole time, by the way. He was kind of new to the deck. He was learning it, so we're gonna start off with Aluber, and we're going to search Branded Loss. Branded Loss is just ridiculous, bro. We already have the Brandon Fusion in hand. Brandon Loss is going to continually get us searches. He can't respond when I Fusion Summon. Fusion Summons can't be negated. It's ridiculous. So we go ahead, activate Brandon Fusion. We dump Albion and obviously Albaz, and we make Albion. Wait, I meant Lubellion, yeah. We make Albion, and then we go Chainlink 1, Albion, Chainlink 2, Lost to search. And then he can't respond here at this point. He reads Lost, and he tries to go Druis Worm, but I tell him it's not possible at this moment. Thought he was trying to go after the Lubellion engrave, but he was going after the Albaz, which is actually good. So right here, we go ahead and search the Albion, the Shrouded Dragon. So many of these names so similar, bro. It's crazy. So we search Shrouded Dragon with that, and then we banish those two into Lubellion, banish the Aliberon field, switch the Dark Ruler that's useless in hand, and then we put back both of those for Mirror Jade here, of course. And then we think about these plays, and then I say res anything, nothing right now, and then I say okay, that's fine. And then we go patchwork, search for chain, and we search for poly. Yeah, I just love this deck right here, bro. Still playing the Patchwork engine. I still think that that's pretty good. 42 or 43 cards, by the way. I think it's 43. And then we go Albion effect. Actually, I think it's 42. May even be 41. It's over 40. And then we go Albion, dump the Retribution. I really like the Bestials in this deck too, because Sorinir is just crazy in this deck. Send Retribution, and then we can add back Brandon Fusion to hand right here. So this is what we're gonna do. We go put back draw. We draw Brandon Fusion, which is unfortunate because we could easily add that back. But so we're just gonna wait, and then we go Fusion Summon into Dragos Tapelia here, and then we activate Chains effect to search us for some more follow-up. And this board doesn't seem the craziest, bro, but it's a good board. It's definitely a good board. I think this is, yeah, end phase, and then we got Albion will be able to search. He could have went Druis Worm to banish the Albion before it got its effect. Um, Maybe he just didn't know about it. I don't know. So people usually will do that. They'll usually bestial the Albion or they'll shuffle it back for the end phase so I can't get its effect. But we go ahead and set banishment right here. So that targets a Despia or level 8 or higher fusion. Special summons it to my field, and then I can fusion summon with anything on board. I go for this instead of Branded and Red because obviously I don't have anything to target with Branded and Red, so I can't use Branded and Red. So punishment is definitely the better play. He draws Scream for a turn. And then he says, think, no problem. And then he goes, Mudora, pitch, Agito, mill 5 on both sides. So that's what we're going to do here. We're going to go ahead and mill 5 on both sides. He hits 2 names. I hit only a tragedy. So he goes Chainlink 1 Sharon, Chainlink 2 Scream. And then I go Chainlink 3 Tragedy, Chainlink 4 Druis Worm, Chainlink 4 Druid Worm to banish the Sheeran. Chainlink 5 he uses his Druid Worm to banish the Sheeran instead, which is totally fine because I was worried about him using the Bestial on my banishment because I got to target a level 8 or higher fusion. He could just, snipe that out of the grave. Um, yeah, because this does target. So I'm totally cool with that. And I get to keep the Bestial in hand. It still gets banished. Like that's a trade. That's a trade I'm willing to make for sure, for sure. And then we add ad libitum off of the tragedy there, and then he searches Solik. Then he does a little bit of thinking real quick, and then he goes Scream, normal summons Rhino, activates Rhino, and then I say just Rhino. He says just Rhino, and then I just negate with Dragos Tapelia. So Dragos Tapelia negate, and then he goes for, what does he go for? I don't remember. He says think, no problem. He link summons into Dark, and then I say think on summon, or I'm trying to say think on summon, and then he targets the Albaz, and I say on summon effect, banish it, and then I send the guy for cost, and then he tries to bring back the Albion, but you can't. I did it on summon, but even if it wasn't on summon, you have to special summon it to a zone that this card points to, so it's no longer on the field, so you cannot summon it. And then he tries to activate it, which is crazy. And then I said, yeah, you can't do that. He said, misread, all good, bro. Um, there was a line. Was there a line for him? I don't know why he didn't use Scream. I mean, you definitely just go Rhino 1, Scream 2, get some mills, and then you're probably in a better spot. I mean, you definitely Scream right there for sure. Especially you normal summon, and then you have Solik. Yeah, you definitely want to Scream there. Um, but yeah, so it's my turn now, and you guys can see it. This game is. I still have my set banishment. I got follow up for days, and then I go main one, go patchwork effect, search for chain and poly, and then this is just when it gets crazy. This is definitely just game right here. Um, we go poly. We're gonna go for chimera, and then we use the mirror jade, the adlib, the chain, and then we go chimera 1, adlib 2, target MJ, lost 3. Do I have chain? I only play 2 patchwork, so I cannot chain there. So we just go 3, and then he can't respond. So this just he can't even use scream here. It's so crazy, bro. So crazy. And then he scoops, admits defeat. On to the next game here. We are going to see tier go first. Alpha tier gaming YGO, and I draw Albaz, Brandon Fusion, Poly, Brandon Fusion, Bystial. So not a really a good hand. Bystial, Rhino, Havness, Planet, and Sheeran. So he drew a nice hand. But we'll see how this plays out. So he goes Planet Effect, grab him early. Okay, so he has every name in hand now. Then he goes Sheeran Effect, discard the Havness, or discard the Rhino, excuse me. Mill 3 completely misses on that. Mills some shufflers though, and then he goes Rhino effect, Rhino, bring back itself, pitch the Havness, and then we go Havness 1, Rhino 2. And in this situation, I think I would probably use I'd probably use both of these engrave. I think I remember him using yeah, so he uses the Rhino off board, which I would have used the both tiers engraved to make kit if I was him, and then he says think here. Then he goes kit effect. Yeah, search is crime. I definitely would have just used the 2 engrave for sure. And then he tags out into Merly because yeah, you're tagging out into Merly anyway. Why take Rhino off board? Because you could have had a read or play, whatever. And then he mills 8. Mills 8 here. He's already used Havness, so he hits a Merly, which is good because then he can't link 2 into Merly. Um, so yeah, all he has is Merly. So then he goes Merly effect, and then I chain the Bestial, target the kit, and then it's kind of weird here. He goes shuffle back, so I can't, Bestial, but that's fine because I get to keep my Magnum. I'm totally always fine with that. And then he thinks I'm putting back the Merly or trying to banish the Merly. I'm not. I'm trying to banish the kit Kalos engrave so he can't bring out Rue Kalos and negate my Bestial later on. So also my Albaz he can negate or Branded Fusion. You can negate a lot of stuff actually. So these 3 then. So he puts back those 3, and then he goes to make mud, and he uses the wrong materials. I do end up telling him after he makes his dweller passes with crime. I said I think you got to use Bestial for that. So he does use Bestial. Puts back the Sheeran, and then puts back the mag, and then I say all good. And then it's into my turn now. I draw a Luber. Not that good. I have 2 normal summons. And then he goes Dweller and Standby, which is fine. Oops. I went fast forward. So we normal a Luber. That's how the stuff out of Zumas. And then we search Lost. Lost is just so crazy. We do double Branded Fusion, so we're chilling. And then I activate Lost. He activates Crime. He has PTSD from last turn or last match, last game, whatever. And then we go Branded Fusion, dump, the combo. Rebellion into Albion, and then he wants to shuffle back. So that's a good play right there by him, shuffling back. Bam, and bam. So he wants to put back the mud, so he has extra fusion and a tier, so we can trigger the planet. And then I'm still resolving Albion though, because I can still make something. I'm gonna banish these 2, and the Despia on board for Coritis. Love Coritis. Because then that way, if he Coritis pops, which he's definitely popping them early, but he knows I have the Bestial on hand still, so I don't know why he's doing that, but if he does end up outing Coritis, I can like take his Dweller and make Mirror Jade or something. So that's why I made Coritis there. Even though I love Masquerade, Masquerade is so fun. And then he goes Merly, I go Bestial, and then he banishes it, and then I Chainlink 3 the Coritis because this would get put to 0 if I did it at any other time. So I'm just gonna go for game. I definitely easily have game here. And then we summon the Bestial. I forget to, oh no, I don't forget to activate it. So I activate the Bestial on summon, and then we go Poly. Yeah, Poly into Lubellion, Lubellion, game, GG's. This guy's at 0. Yeah, man, Branded Despia absolutely cooking tier element right here, but he did make a few misplays. Like he definitely like Sheeran was still in great. I don't know why he didn't, use both of the tiers engraved for Sheeran. And then I don't know if he plays Redo or not, but he totally had a Redoer line he could have done. So he could have played it a little bit better, but I do like this deck against tier. I play 6 Bestials plus 2 Lubellions, so that's 8 Bestials. So yeah, man, if you guys enjoyed this video, definitely be sure to let me know. Comment down below if you guys want to see the deck list. 10 likes for the deck list. That's all for this one. I'm out. Peace.